So you may already know, you probably already know, we're going to be looking at measuring three different things for the tribe and for the aquarium and for the rest of the world, actually. We're going to measure the slope of the beach, what the beach is made of, and what's living on the beach. So those are three. Again, my name is Steph. I work at the Seattle Aquarium. This is Bob, and he works there too. He's a longtime naturalist. We've been doing this citizen science program Bob's been doing it for 10 years. I've been doing it for 9. So we are here to teach you how to measure the slope of the beach, what the beach is made of, and what's living on the beach. We're going to start with slope, and you look mostly ready already. What we're going to do is use these 2 sticks as a ruler. And you are peering through a peephole right there. If these sticks were next to each other, the peephole would line up with what number? 0. Because the peephole and this line would be how far apart, what level would they be on? The same level compared to each other. There'd be no vertical difference. But where is this pole now compared to that one?
Higher or lower?
Lower. It's lower. So we're going to measure how much lower. You're going to be peering straight across. You're going to have a level eye line. And you're going to line up your level eye line with the numbers on this giant ruler. The way to make sure your gaze is level is that you're going to look through the peephole at the opposite shore. You can see there's a light band there on this picture for the opposite shoreline. The opposite shore is the same level you're at, right? So you will line up that opposite shore and cross it behind this ruler. That will give you a level gaze. I've got an extra one. And it is a little difficult at first to focus on something 1.5 miles away and 3 meters away. But that will let you look pretty much straight across and find out how much lower this one is. What number? About here? Right here? A full notch. There we go. So what number is that, you guys?
-50. Just below.
-48, because this pole is lower, it's a negative number. And you guys remembered that. So yes, the major tick marks here are 10 centimeters apart. And you guys already figured out that the minor tick marks are 2 centimeters apart. So awesome. So Messiah, you will write minus, what did we measure this time? Minus 48 in plot
right here.
Plot number
1.
Plot number 1. We've got a flag at the top of the plot, flag at the bottom of the plot, 2 different numbers, and the way that we're doing it is that the 1 is at the top of the number for the plot is at the top of the plot. So there's plot 1, there's plot 2. So now we need to move to the next one. So Tommy has to move first. You have to stay there for a minute. And now that you can see the footprint of where Luke's hole is, now you can talk to him, tell him it's okay.
You can move.
And then you'll put it in exactly the right place. And what we're doing, we're making a sort of cartoon of the beach in 3-meter sections. So we've got a slope here, we've got another slope here. If we don't connect up the ends, see what I mean? If we don't put that pole in exactly the same spot, we might have an error of a couple centimeters. So we're gonna connect up each of those segments by putting the upper pole right in the footprint of where the lower pole had been. And Tommy will tell you where to measure it. Where to start?
About 20.
Positive 20 or negative?
Positive. Negative.
There you go. This pole's lower. Negative 24. Was it closer to the negative 24 mark, or was it closer to halfway in between?
Let's just say negative 24.
Here we go. We can go to the nearest centimeter because you guys can tell if it's right in the middle.
Yep.
But you don't have to get any more precise than that. You gotta make it level. You're paying attention to these bubbles so that it stays between those 2 lines.
All right.
And it's very hard for you to level and peer through at the same time.
All right, you paying attention to those, Stacy? Are you?
Yeah.
All right, I can see it.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's negative.
All right.
Letters. So it's this.
Yep.
You get that end?
This side?
Here.
A starts over there.
We are measuring even plots on even years. This is an odd year, so we're measuring odd plots, just like the 3 meters that we measured for elevations. and they're 4 meters across. Right, we're gonna measure plot 3. 3 meters this way, 4 meters that way. There you go.
Yellow is on the line.
Yeah.
There you go.
So one more thing to point out. We've got flags marking the edge of the plot. We've got cable ties marking the edge of the plot. Which one do you think is the more official one? What is the one we really want to be close to? The cable ties. So I'm going to move this one up a little. Karen, would you grab that end and help me? It was centered
Do we want to
properly,
straighten it out?
but I want it at the cable tie. There we go.
Just put it at the end.
Makes that rectangle a little easier to visualize of what's in and what's out. Okay.
Oh, maybe you should have cheese.
We have a plot. So what we need to do is estimate what the plot is made of. We're going to look at it from 2 points of view. We have a habitat and a substrate point of view. I like to think of it that habitat is the point of view of a little hermit crab that is thinking of moving in here. What is this plot like to a little hermit crab? What is it like? So some of you have cards that have plot habitat categories on them. What do you see in this plot that matches your available categories?
Rocks.
Rocks! What size rock?
Big rocks.
I don't see really big rocks. What's that? Cobble.
Cobble.
So your card says gravel, cobble, and shell mixed together. What are we going to write down for our habitat type? Gravel, cobble, shell. And how much of this plot, what percentage of this plot is gravel, cobble, shell mixed? 100%. What if we did this down there? Would it be 100% of something?
No.
You'd have to figure out how much of which. So I don't know if you heard me, but the tape marks,
You're looking for F, the one next to it.
the tape marks mark imaginary grid lines. The
Good
letters
job. Perfect, Sequoia.
mark those imaginary grid squares.
The whole
This
wall.
is 6.
Easy peasy way to
That's
do
5. So flip it one more time. Perfect.
it. F4.
Now, rock crabs?
All right, you guys. What animals do you see?
Hard to see from orbit. Where
I know you have to come really close.
Here
What
you
are
go.
these guys?
barnacles you can spot.
Barnacles,
Okay, barnacles.
snail,
Mr. McCloud.
What kind of snail?
not
Remember?
limpet, but periwinkle.
Remember
There you
what
go.
those are? What are these? All right, limpets.
So sometimes you find them before you get to it on the list, and then the idea is to sing it out. I found a hermit crab, and then Tommy will call it back when he finds it on the data sheet and marks it off. He'll say right back, hermit crab. This is how you end up finding anemones or isopods or fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a few. Yep.
See, look.
May I keep this rock?
Yes.
Any mussels?
I don't see any.
We're looking, but.
I would expect to find them here, but this is our first quadrat, so we're learning about
Oh
the
wait,
beach
look.
as well.
Did you guys have shore crab?
Oh, shore crab.
Look. It was. Looks like it's hairy. You mean purple or
Purple
hairy?
hairy. Yeah. We don't have to know what type it is to write it down. We're gonna lump them. Saves us time,
Yeah.
but you wanted to know for yourself. Right? Super cute.
His
Okay,
name's Joshua. Another limpet. I would have expected to find mussels here.
I would too. That's funny, but
It
okay.
might be with those blobs, gravel.
Yeah.
Together with the threads.
That's what I'm looking for. A little nest of gravel. Right. They may not be right here.
Well, maybe not in this
Oh
plot.
wait,
I found it very
Look.
small. Is
Oh,
that
it's attached.
Do you know what kind?
That's a rock.
It looks like it, but it's not. That's a red, and it's flat, so it's a red blade.
blade.
Yeah. I found something that might be on our list. Oh no, it isn't.